That's my line.
And American. I speak American. I came to America and I was told that that if I came here and I could lose my accent, that I would never stop working. And they were absolutely right. Only now, recently, am I allowed to speak English. As you know.
Fascinating.
You know, Dr. Quinn was American, if you think about it.
Did you, in that era, when you met big fans, were they surprised to find out that you were English?
The head of the network was astounded. It was at ABC, and I think I'd done the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders or something terrible like that. And although someone might have liked it, it was very successful. And they sat me down for lunch, and they said, "What would you like? Would you like something to drink?" And I said, "I'd love a glass of white wine, please." And they said, "What's with the phony English accent?" And I went, "Oh God, you know, I'd blown my cover." I went, "No, white wine." American. And after that, they forgave me and realized I could fool Americans. So there you go.
It's amazing. Well, I want to shift gears a little bit because Marcus and Brittany, as you mentioned, you're doing a lot of producing. What is it about, especially Christmas movies? I mean, I feel like Marcus, you've had 2 or 3 almost every year for a while now. What is it about doing Christmas movies specifically that appeals to you?
I mean, for me, it was just like I was already acting in these for a number of years, and then I was looking to expand my repertoire and fill my time more. I mean, the job of acting, even like in busy years, takes less than half of the actual work hours in a week, and I just need to keep moving or else I go crazy. And so I just wanted a 9 to 5, and so I started a production company in Edmonton, Alberta, where I'm from. We've done 12 movies in the last 5 years, and this was just a space that I could leverage whatever star power I had, get on screen for these movies that I was producing, and then that would be interesting for buyers. And so it was just, it was a natural lane. We're looking to expand into other things as the years ahead come, but yeah, and then they're quick. You shoot them in 3 weeks, you probably do pre-production in 3 weeks, then you do post in maybe 4 to 6 months, and so that sort of cyclical nature allows us to roll like 2 to 3 back to back, which is really fun. And then, yeah, that's kind of why this space.
Mine is far less technical. I really like Christmas.
I hate Christmas.
No, Marcus likes Christmas too. No, I mean, for me, I think there's something so magical about Christmas movies. And so for me, when I'm reading scripts, I want to make movies all year round. I don't want to be stuck in one thing, but there is something that just feels so warm and so beautiful and so loving about Christmas. And I think, you know, when you decorate your house, the minute you put up your Christmas tree, everything just feels a little warmer. And everything feels a little closer and a little bit more lovely. And when you have an opportunity to make a Christmas movie, you're in an opportunity where you get to create that. And there's something so beautiful about that. And so for me, when I am reading the scripts, I tend to gravitate towards the Christmas ones because I love creating that feeling. And I want to create that feeling in all of the films that I produce that are of this genre, but it's easy to feel it and read it and live it even before you start when you're doing the Christmas movies.
I love that.
I hope that was an okay answer.
No, that was great. Now, your first big role was a Christmas movie at age 12, right?
Oh my goodness, yes. I can't believe you dug that up. Yeah, the very first Christmas movie I did was called Blizzard, and I was a little 12-year-old. I look the exact same, I'm just taller. And it starred Christopher Plummer, Whoopi Goldberg, Brenda Blethyn, and Kevin Pollak. It was an incredible cast. And I played a mean little figure skater. And it was an incredible experience. I didn't get to work with any of the big, incredible people, but I did, I got to know Christopher Plummer, which was an incredible joy, something I will never forget. And I got to witness him embody Santa Claus, which was unlike anything I'd ever seen in my life. He's such an incredible, inspiring force. And yeah, so Christmas has been a part of my acting life for a very long time.
Nice. Now, you mentioned figure skating. Will starred in a little show called Spinning Out. Do you guys remember that? Okay, I remember it. It is an Olympic
Thank you
year.
very much. Should be on Netflix still.
Well, that was a rare instance of a figure skating movie, but you've done so many dancing movies. Is that something you actually actively look for? Is to be able to dance in movies?
Yes, it is, to the point that The Dancing Detective I co-created and executive produced, and that was in development for 3 years, and it was definitely something that I was very keen to bring to the network with the success of Christmas Waltz with Lacey as well. And if I'm really honest, yes, if I get any opportunity in any role, I'll always find what kind of dance would they do? Where can I bring in something fun, something dance? Sorry, I think I've just got a private conversation over here.
I'd like to dance too, you know.
Oh, here we go. Right.
I'm here for this dancing movie.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I didn't know you were a dancer. No, where
We
did
should
you
talk.
train?
We need to get
What did
together.
we do? You're from
So I was a classically trained ballet dancer at the Royal Ballet
Oh no, you're much
School
older.
and principal dancer for Matthew Bourne.
Oh my God.
Swan Lake on Broadway.
Oh my God. Oh my
I'm
God.
joining
Oh,
this
okay,
couch
sorry,
too,
sorry, but I'm sorry.
Can we get a picture of this, please?
We need
Dancers.
to dance.
I'm on this couch too because I also trained to be a classical
Where did you
dancer.
train?
The National Ballet School of Canada.
Oh my goodness.
And Marcus is, he's here, so.
He does it in the
And he's
shower.
tall. And he's
He's
tall.
a ballet dancer as well.
No, but I think he's about to.
Oh.
But in those
Well,
shoes.
I trained at the Arts Educational Trust and under Beryl Gray, and I danced with the Kirov at Covent Garden in Coffee of Cinderella and in Sleeping Beauty, and then I injured myself and became an actress by default. Thank God, because I have yet to do more than a double pirouette, and the point shoes hurt too much. But I am going to the ballet tomorrow to see American theatre, ballet theatre. I've designed for Ben Stevenson for Houston Ballet, because I also paint and sculpt, so I design costumes and sets, and I am so about the ballet. I mean, I love it.
You win.
No,
Yeah, you definitely would.
That's fantastic.
Actually, I have a boyfriend, right? Old boyfriend, and he's obsessed with Christmas, and he's just got an album out and whatever, and he wrote this song about me called "She's Just a Girl," and it's absolutely beautiful. And it's on his album, and I called up Ben Stevenson, who was head of Houston Ballet and then Ballet Texas, now retired, and I said, Ben, I need to dance again, and I need to dance to this piece of music. So he's choreographed something for me to do, which I now have to learn and find a way to do. And so I'm pretty excited. I'm actually going to try and dance again.
So when can we come see you? That's what I
I
want to
haven't
know.
decided where I'm going to film this thing or do it, but I'm definitely going to do it. I live in Malibu, but I am going to be coming to England. I don't know, I haven't figured that one out yet.
Sounds amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I'm determined to dance again before it's too late.
Well, that's good to know. We heard it here first, guys.
I mean, that to me sounds like the Will Kemp, Jane Seymour movie right there.
Well,
The woman determined to dance again.
I have a
The
fan.
fabulous
I have
teacher.
a fan somewhere who put together on the Instagram every movie, television show I've ever been in where I'm dancing, and it was like a lot. Because, like you, any excuse, I'm dancing. So, yes, I
Well, I
think
think-
we need to do a dancing movie.
Absolutely, and I think anyone who has actually experienced dance knows that it becomes an intrinsic part of who you are
Yes.
for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter your age or so whether you did it as a child, but it's an intrinsic part of who you are. And I think that's a gift, isn't it? And to bring that to anything that you do
Absolutely.
is a real gift and a chance is always greatly appreciated.
I've always wanted to, in fact, Ben Stevenson wants me to play the later years of Dame Margot Fontaine, who I actually met when I was a child, when I was a young student. I went and watched her at the Royal Opera House, and she actually came out and autographed something for me, which is why I autograph things for fans, because I've never forgotten it, ever. And I had the chance of meeting her just before she passed away, and I told her that because of her, you know, I thought that if I ever got famous or anything, I would do what she did and talk to the fans. So
Gracious. Yeah.
be gracious. Yeah.
You're definitely doing that.
Before we go to audience questions, which we will do shortly, so you can start lining up if you want to, I do want to ask you, Jane, about the Open Hearts Foundation. You are wearing your beautiful necklace, and I want to give you an opportunity to make sure that this audience knows about it.
Thank you. Well, has anyone ever heard of Open Hearts? Yes? Okay, for those who haven't, I'll give you the quick story. My mother was Dutch. In World War II, she was in an internment camp, a concentration camp in Indonesia, under the Japanese for 3.5 years. And when I was growing up after the war, and I did a film called War and Remembrance, I asked her, I said, what was it like? You know, because I was preparing for this role. And she said, darling, everyone in life has challenges. In other words, she didn't want to talk about it. And she, as far as she was concerned, what was the big deal? It was a terribly big deal, obviously. But she said, darling, in life, everyone has challenges. And when they do, the natural thing they do is to close off their hearts and not let anyone know what they're going through. She said, if you do that, it's like having a long playing record with a scratch in it. That story goes round and round and round, and you never get past it. She said, the only thing you can do is to accept. And she said, that is the single hardest thing to do in life. But if you can accept, open your heart, and reach out in some way to help someone else, you won't have to look far to find someone worse off than you. And if you do that, you will have purpose. And she said, that is the key to life. If you have purpose, you can move forward out of where your pain is into being in the present moment and enjoying and appreciating this gift of life. So I came up with the idea of two hearts that were open but connected. And it came to me, just literally just came to me, and I drew it on a napkin first, and I went back in my studio, I'm a painter, and I did these paintings of open hearts, and I showed them in galleries, and everyone loved them. And then I did Dancing with the Stars, and I was told that my mother was dying. And it was her favorite show, and she only uttered one word, which was the word yes, that I had to do it. So I had one necklace made of the open heart, and I wore it when I did Dancing with the Stars. And I went to a dinner one night because ABC asked me to, and there were a bunch of business people, I didn't know them, and they said, what's that? And I said, open heart, and they said, oh, we're jewelers. So K Jewelers decided they loved the message and the image, and we did that for about 10 years. The most important thing was that I decided then and there to start a foundation called the Open Hearts Foundation. And what we do is we raise money and awareness for a lot of different ideas and charities, but basically what we're looking for are people who have taken the challenge and used it as an opportunity to help others. So for example, the name Christopher Reeve or Olivia Newton-John and what they did, but also regular people. And so if you want to look up Open Hearts Foundation, we raise money and we distribute it. This year, most of it's going to food shortage and the arts helping people with mental health all over America.
Real quick, I'm just realizing when I was 18 years old, I saved up like $1,300 and I drove to the States and I bought that necklace for my girlfriend at the time. It was the most expensive thing I'd ever bought, and I'm just looking at it, it's bringing back so many memories. That's so cool.
Well, thank you. I think in the world that we're in right now, where there's a lot of otherism, I'll leave it at that. I think the open heart was, my dream was always it would connect people of all faiths and cultures and realize that we're all human beings at the end of the day, and that there are no others.
Thank you for that. All right, we're going to take some audience questions. Someone's going to come out with a microphone. There we go.